Welcome into the facility. Shady McCoy is in a good mood for several reasons. None more important than the Warriors win, but it was a lovely weekend. Hey, thank y'all for tuning into the show.
Nice out today.
Y'all could be watching any show. You're hanging out with us. We don't take it for granted. Shady.
I should have worn my rings, man. You know what I mean? That was any type of ring. Those Sumo Championship rings. Because last night, that was a super championship effort from the Warriors. Get over here. Get over here, Rick. Get over here. Fuck now.
Curry only had 3 points in the first half. Warriors were still up by 8 after the first half, and they found a way to get it done. If you're talking basketball and the man to my left is not in the room, why are you talking basketball?
Right. There he is. Appreciate you.
Slick, Ric Bucher, an absolute basketball savant here.
My bad.
Yeah, I went to see you.
Slick, Shady been waiting for you, so let's get it popping, shall we? The Warriors, they won Game 7, but I got to ask you, Shady McCoy, Slick, you will follow up. Did Game 7 win prove that the Warriors are championship contenders?
Look at me, Rick. Look at me. Look at me.
I got you.
That's right. That's right. Now, I'm going to say yes. We are. Let me not say we. Even though I'm a Warrior fan. But yes, the Warriors are. That's who they are, man. They are champions. I'll take you back. A while ago, Draymond Green, he said, when we got Jimmy Buckets, we are going to the finals. And everybody laughed, had a big laugh about it. Well, now, today, we can say it was Game 7, but let's be honest, we could have won this game before Game 7, right? And I give credit to the Rockets. Listen, the coaching over there was tremendous.
Yes.
The way he put them guys in defensive situations, right? Going from man to zone and a kind of like a boxing one against Steph Curry. That was all phenomenal. Going with the bigs, he found ways to make it tough for the Warriors, right? And that's called adjusting. But Steve Kerr, he's a champion for a reason. Mm-hmm. Last night, he adjusted, right? You talk about getting guys like Buddy Hield open shots. We can say, oh, he did this, he did that. But you had to get them shots, right? And they put him in situations. Then Draymond Green played phenomenal. Played control, shot the ball when he needed to shoot the ball, facilitated the ball, tremendously, getting guys open, played tremendous defense, just controlled the game. And then Steph Curry, when he arrived, it was late. I don't care how late it was, but when he got there, he was on time, and he delivered the win on Houston. Houston, we have a major problem. You need to stop seeing them Warriors, because every time you see them Warriors, it gets ugly. And going forward, I know people talk about the Timberwolves. They are a good team. Ant-Man is playing phenomenal. They have a good defense and all that type of stuff. But guess what, Slick? We are not the Lakers. We do not play that effort like Luka. We're not that. And the last thing, sometimes, fellas, you got to remind your team who you are. And sometimes they come from a speech you might give. They said Draymond gave a speech, right? But sometimes you got to show the physical talent that you got. And sometimes you got to remind your team when they get physical, you got to choke them out.
I like it. It's
and when you show that tape of doing it to Rudy, he had 20-something rebounds, right, back to back. Yeah. But when you show that tape, them rebounds and points don't mean nothing. We got your heart. And when Draymond Green step in that court, he gonna look at Rudy and say, yo, my man, you know what happened last time. Don't make me do it again.
He gonna say it like that, too.
Hey, and guess what?
Exactly like that.
Hey, and James, and then when Steve Kerr showed the video and he showed that, everybody gonna say, Warriors in 6.
Wow.
We will talk about that. We will prognosticate what might happen with the Warriors' future. But for right now, let's look back at the Warriors' past. Slick, Game 7, W. Did the Warriors prove they're championship contenders?
No. It proved that Game 7s are the greatest truth serum. They say money doesn't change you. It makes you more of what you are.
Talk
you know
about
what?
it, Slick.
So do Game
You
7.
see me blinging, Slick. Oh, no, Slick. This is who your boy is, Slick. Let's let Vegas came right here, baby. Warrior money line.
Look, the truth is that experience matters. Yeah. Game 7s matter. And they were up against a Houston Rockets team that outside of Fred VanVleet and maybe Steven Adams, they simply didn't have it. They had 2 guys that they counted on during the regular season in Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun. They've never been here. And it's why I said that Game 6 wasn't a must-win, because I knew that the Warriors had this in their back pocket. That a Game 7, I don't care where it's played, it is a different animal. And if you've never played in a Game 7, you don't know what that pressure feels like when it's like, we win or we go home. Steve Kerr. Truth is, Steve Kerr is a damn good coach, and he made the adjustments necessary. You're right about Ime Udoka. He made the most out of you possibly could with what he was working with, right? No question about that. The truth is that Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun are regular season stars. And they showed throughout the course of this series The lights were just a little
Even
too bright.
Sengun, Slick?
Sengun got numbers, but you can play him one-on-one with Draymond Green. He wasn't opening up anything else for anybody else. Amen Thompson was a revelation, but he was getting it all on his own, just attacking, right? So, and then the last truth is that patience is a virtue. And Steph Curry is the most virtuous man on the planet because it's a game 7 and you're trying to get to the next round. And he was incredibly patient through the first 3 quarters. I'm not going to force anything. You're going to have 2 guys chasing me all over the court. I'm going to trust my teammates.
That's it.
Buddy Hield, I've told you, I love playing with you. You're up and down. You've been there. Sometimes you haven't. I believe that you can get it done. We're going to get you those shots. And then when it came to putting the stick in the dagger, Steph Curry was there to get it done. His belief, I don't know how you can calculate the trust and the belief that he has in his teammates. And when he demonstrates that all year long, and the ability of those guys then in the crux of, we have to get this done, they step up for him. I just think that's such an invaluable piece that the Warriors have.
Yeah, I've been saying the Warriors was championship ready and championship contenders before this series. You got a championship coach. You got a dude in Jimmy Buckets who have carried a team with not any superstars on it to the finals. And then you got a 4-time champion in Draymond Green and Steph Curry on the same basketball floor.
You got to give Bam Adebayo a little bit.
I give Bam some credit, too.
I'm with you, James.
At the same time, though, another thing I said was your defense can be all that until you see number 30 running around that court. It's not a coincidence that Buddy Hield is getting all these wide-open shots, or everybody is getting these wide-open shots. They are picking up Steph Curry full court. He's running off the screens. They helping, they switching, and everybody is getting wide-open shots. The Warriors are championship contenders strictly because of that. You have a championship coach. You got dudes that can get buckets at any time. And then not only that, what I really loved about that game yesterday is when Steph even went out of the game, you have a dude in Jimmy Butler that could take over the basketball game. No, for real, like, they went on an 8-0 run when Jimmy Buckets had the ball at the top of the key, and he was getting to the bucket and dishing and making everybody around him better. You have another guy like that. And to me, if you could rest Steph Curry and you still could get productive minutes out of those other players because you got a star on the basketball court, that's why I say the Warriors are championship contenders.
I like what you said, because I saw this, 2-5. I think the Warriors have championship depth. They showed that. Remember, the player that started in Game 6, Gary Payton Jr., he was even hurt. He didn't even play. He was sick. He didn't even play. Game 7. Then you got championship depth in Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield goes 9 for 11 from 3. The rest of the Warriors went 9 of 32. So Buddy alone went 9 of 11. Everybody else went 9 of 32. You got the depth. You got the defense. Back-to-back charges. To me, as soon as the Warriors do those back-to-back charges, I said, you know what? Y'all are locked in defensively. Paz drew a charge. I think it may have been Steph Curry.
It was Steph.
Steph Curry draws a charge.
Dylan Brooks.
Back-to-back possessions. Then beyond that, it was a championship focus. I was thinking about Shady during this game because it reminded me of a boxing match. See, in boxing matches, especially if you used to watch old school Floyd, it's patient. They wait on the time to take the body shot. They wait on you to have your hands down, and then they go for the knockout. Remember, Steph had nothing the majority of the game. Amen Thompson has a calf. Oddly just doesn't contest. Steph is like, wait a second. Finally, I have freedom. And in that one split moment, when Amen Thompson doesn't contest, Steph shoots the ball, Trey ball, 75-62. The Rockets don't get within 7 again after that point. That was, to me, telling you, like, Steph Curry's focused the entirety of this game. And if you hear nothing else, hear this. The winner of the turnover battle won every game. On average, when the Warriors lost the games, they had 15 turnovers. When the Warriors won the games, they had 11 turnovers. Yesterday, the Warriors had a playoff low 7 or 8 turnovers. Think about that. Like, that's not a coincidence. That is focus. That is determination. That is consistently each and every possession saying, we are not going to have any mental lapses. So that, to me, proved they had championship caliber performance.
And another thing is, so after the game, Buddy Hield talked about his performance, right? And one thing he said that I took from that, his interview was, he was like, man, last night, we had, or I'm sorry, the day before, the night before the game, he said Jimmy Buckets, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green had a speech and a talk with the team. And no coaches there. It's just like, and they was letting us know like how important this game is to us, right? They're the older guys. And we need y'all just to follow us. We're going to do all the dirty work. And if you watch Steph Curry, all this, even when they were winning games in this series, he was turning the ball over, right? He controlled the ball so well. Draymond Green, even though that technical he got, he was so much more controlled.
Yeah.
And you can see the playoff, we got to have it mentality.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then once that happens at the top, it trickles down. I think about, elite winners and elite leaders. And I go back to my days with Tom Brady, right? And that year was so special because I've never seen a player lead and win like that. And when I think about what I heard Buddy say, and then I watched the way the Warriors played, I said, dang, that's what he's talking about. Because Tom had them same moments where, coaches can't control this. Yeah. The coaches could adjust and put us in a position to win, but we got to do it.
Well
if
said.
you really watch that game, they played great defense. They controlled the ball, and they had no turnovers. And they wanted the game more than the Rockets. And the TV timeout, my last thing is, because I love because winning the game is cool, right? You see the final score, win-loss. But how did you get there? And the TV timeout, Steve Kerr said, hey, we are winning every 50-50 balls right now. That means we're out-hustling this other team. A younger, more athletic team, we're out-hustling them. He said, listen, if we don't do nothing else tonight better, we're going to win this game. And when I heard that, I called the bookie. I said, put everything on the Warriors because they're going to win tonight.
Yeah, it's the small things. And this, I don't know if you guys picked this up, but it was the thing that impressed me the most is the thing about Steph that's underrated. Did you see him setting screens?
I seen it, Slick. That's my team. That's my team. I seen it.
We're talking,
I called that play.
We're talking about a three-point shooter. We're talking about a 6'3", 185-pound guy, and he is busting his butt to sacrifice his body. When you see your best player and your scorer saying, you know what, I'm going to do the dirty work, how can you not follow that lead? That, to me, is priceless.
Before we leave, Slick, I just want to ask you one more question, though.
Oh, we gotta figure out.
LeBron James. I know it's not. I just want to hear because I love to hear how people feel. You know, if LeBron James lost in the first round, right? Because he's the GOAT, and I don't care what he's the GOAT, right? If Steph Curry go to the finals, Slick, can we start having that conversation?
We're going to have that conversation.
Okay, that's all I want. If you say it, then I believe it. That's all I want.
Conversation a lot of people don't want to have.
No, it's uncomfortable conversations.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.